Hey everybody, welcome to the Elevate Talk Show channel. I am Deanna Cauthen, and I am excited to announce that I am the host of a new program on the channel called Spot On, Profiles of Atlanta's Entrepreneurs. And just like the name of the show says, I will be shining a spotlight on entrepreneurs in the metro Atlanta area whose products or services are making a difference in the local community and beyond. Today, I am very proud to have my daughter, Adrianna Cauthen, who is the owner and operator of Cauthen Confections, in the studio with me today. We're going to just get right into the interview. Now, of course, Adrianna, I know you because I'm mom, but I want you to take just a few minutes to share with my audience a little bit about your background, who you are, where you come from, that kind of thing.
Well, thank you for having me on the show. As you already know, I am Adrianna, and I own Cauthen Confections Bakery, which I've been operating for about 5 years now. I have been baking for a long time. I live in Decatur, Georgia with my parents. I went to college for a little while to study music, but I realized that that wasn't really my passion, and that my real passion has always been food. So I've decided to switch gears and go to culinary school next year.
Wow, excellent, excellent. So, can you tell us a little bit more? You mentioned it briefly just now, but can you tell us a little bit more about, or tell our audience a little bit more about the journey that led you there? You know, I know that journey, but can you share with others that journey when you started and that kind of thing?
Well, I've always been fascinated by food and cooking, like really for as long as I can remember, like ever since I
You're a
was
little girl.
a very young child.
Yeah.
I just started off, helping my mom, helping you cook in the kitchen, and just learning different recipes.
Yes.
And I always loved watching cooking shows,
Always.
and that really inspired me.
Always.
I've grown up watching Martha Stewart, America's Test Kitchen, Cook's Country,
all of that.
Lydia Bastianich, all the cooking shows you see on PBS. I would just watch shows every Saturday religiously.
I remember for me being fascinated by the fact that you had this ability to substitute things when we didn't have a particular thing. I remember one time we were out of eggs, and I think you looked it up on the internet that you could use what's baking powder or baking cornstarch, and as a substitute for eggs, and that's when it hit me, and I was like, this girl is otherworldly. And so as far as food was concerned, that was really kind of I just made a mark in my head about that, a check mark. I was like, that's very, very innovative. So you've always loved this. Like you were the one always by my side with your little apron on, and that's a thing. She loves aprons, by the way. She's got like a million of them.
I can't cook without my aprons. I destroy all of my clothes.
On the little stool, cooking, handing me, the flour and the butter and the eggs and whatever. And now you bake, exponentially more than I bake, because I don't bake. So wonderful, wonderful. So why baking? I mean, as opposed to other things, why are you so passionate about baking? I mean, you're good at a lot of things. I can tell you one thing, and I don't want to answer your question for you, that you are also really good with science, and I can see how that play into baking.
That's one of the many reasons I like baking. It's because it's very scientific, it's very precise.
Yes.
And I just really enjoy the process of just tweaking things to see how it changes the outcome of the food. And just being able to experiment with different flavors, different textures, different types of like frostings and toppings. I've just always found that process very exciting.
Right. So it's the intellectual with the hands-on practical. It's like a perfect, storm, a perfect match, don't you think? Those two things coming together in the kitchen. It's food science, basically, don't you think?
It is.
Yeah. Matter of fact, what is your name for your I guess, email? Is it Science Girl?
Yeah, that's a username that I used
user.
for a lot of things
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was younger.
That's right. That's right. So I remember that. So, how do you think you're the owner and operator of Cauthen Confections? First of all, how long is that? How long has Cauthen Confections been around?
Well, Cauthen Confections, in its current iteration, has
Yeah.
been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
However, I have been baking, I've had a
Yeah.
baking business for a long
Edible.
time.
Yeah.
I used to operate under the name Sweet Edibles.
Yes, that's
and then
right.
I took a break from catering for a while, and then
Right.
I reopened
Yes.
under the name of Cauthen Confections.
Right, so it's been around. You've been doing this for quite a bit of time. When you can include the other part of your business, or the first enterprise. So now, having said all of that, how do you think Cauthen Confections makes a difference in the local community? Can you tell us about some of the stuff you've done in the local, the people you've served and helped and that kind of thing?
Yes, well, one of the things that I'm very passionate about is teaching other people how to cook.
Yes.
So, one of the things that I've done is I have taught cooking classes
Yeah.
to elementary school students.
Yes, you have, yes.
Another thing that I'm doing to really serve the community is getting into baking for a variety of different diets. I've started offering gluten-free products
Yes.
because a lot of people, including myself,
Yes.
have gluten intolerance
Yeah,
and
yeah.
aren't able to eat, regular
Right.
baked goods.
Absolutely, and they want an alternative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always kind of sad when you feel like you go someplace and you can't eat the stuff.
Yeah, it makes people feel very left out.
Absolutely, and so that's an option now for you have that on your menu.
Yeah.
Very good, excellent. Now, can you tell, following up on that question, piggying back on that answer, can you tell the audience about some of your specific products that you sell? So
Well,
obviously gluten-free stuff.
Yes. Well, I have a wide variety of products. I do cookies, I do chocolate chip cookies, I do double chocolate cookies.
Yes.
And I've also recently added M&M cookies, which
Yeah.
people really enjoy.
Yeah, right.
I do cupcakes. That's really what I focus on.
Yeah.
I do red velvet, which
Yeah.
is our bestseller.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I also do chocolate, vanilla, and lemon.
That's right.
And I'm also doing a new project.
Yes.
I'm going to be releasing a cupcake of the month.
Absolutely.
Every month.
Yes,
And this month's cupcake of the month is the peach cobbler cupcake, which is really delicious.
Yeah, very decadent, very zesty. It's one of those things that you put in your mouth and it just makes you happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a happy cupcake.
Yeah, but it's only around for 1 month.
That's
so
right.
you got to get it before it's gone.
Absolutely. So July's cupcake is
It's the peach cobbler cupcake.
peach cobbler cupcakes, folks. Don't forget about that. Order yours today. So now, having said all of that, where can people find you and your products? Can they find you in person? Do they go online? How do they get in touch with you to order products?
Well, if you want to place an order with me, like for pickup, you can go to my website, cauthenconfections.com.
Right.
And click on the ordering form, and that will allow you to place an order and pick it up.
Right.
If you want to come see me in person, like
Yes.
at one of I do various different pop-up markets.
Yes.
Around the Metro Atlanta area.
Yes.
And if you want to see me in person, you can come to the East Memorial Pop-Up Market this August.
Yes, she'll be at the East Memorial Drive Pop-Up Market August 5th. That's the first Saturday in August. So you can come in person and buy the products, meet her and buy the products firsthand, right?
Yeah.
So excellent, excellent. Well, we love what you do. I love what you do as your mom, but beyond that, there are a lot of people out there that love your work, and we wish you the best and much success in your ventures with Cauthen Confections and beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out of your schedule and being on the show with us today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.